Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai. Blessed be the true, holy, powerful, and mighty name of the Heavenly Father Yahweh, and blessed be the true, holy, powerful, and mighty name of His only begotten Son Yahweh Shai, our Lord and our Savior. That the Mashnakabah lies, the Komishar Sharala, get double honors to the elders of Israel, being the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Shalom Wahab Labak Yashaya Sharala, which is peace and love to the elect of Israel. Come back at you again with another lesson, Bahar Chachadasha Amaf, and the Holy Spirit of Truth. And the topic of this lesson is just going in on how more strange calamities and more a judgment that you haven't even heard of before is going to take place here in the times that we're living in, man. You're going to hear about more so-called natural disasters, unusual natural disasters, not just a hurricane. It's a double hurricane, all right? A double hurricane in the Gulf, which as they say, hasn't been seen before, all right? Here in Iowa, 2 weeks ago, you had a land hurricane. The winds was going over 100 miles per hour in the same category of Hurricane 3. They called it a derecho, all right? Which is an amalgamation of storms all across the Midwest, tearing shit up, man. This is all the doing of the Lord. Okay, Amos, a scripture I've been bringing out a lot. Shall there be evil in the city and the Lord has not done it? Okay, the 3rd chapter, Amos, the 3rd chapter. All the evil that's taking place, all the bad times that's happening here in 2020, all right? It's all of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And all the evil that's going to take place in 2021, that's all going to be Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. He's going to turn it up. He's shortening the days for the elect's sake, man. All right, and he's speeding these plagues up. These plagues aren't slacking. He's not going to slow it down. The Lord has a controversy with this place, man. All right, the Lord has a bone to pick, as they say. Okay, with this planet, with the people of this earth, with the people that's in rulership, with 2/3 of His people that don't want to get right. The Lord is bringing judgment in the book of Psalms. All right, the 7th chapter says that the Lord is angry with the wicked every single day. All right, and every single day we're seeing more and more judgment take place. We're seeing more and more judgment happen. So that's pretty much the angle that I wanted to go in this lesson. I wanted to bring out a couple articles just showing what's going on in the world. Okay, so this first one is on space.com. It says first ever double hurricane could hit the Gulf of Mexico, and this was 3 days ago. Today is August 25th. So this was published on August 22nd. 2020, the year of prophecy, the first ever, all right? History is being made during the downfall of this society. First ever double hurricane could hit the Gulf of Mexico. There have never been 2 hurricanes in the Gulf of Mexico at the same time before. This is something that never happened before, but it's happening now here in the year of prophecy. Okay. Again, I'm mentioning it again. The storm that was in here in the Midwest, here in Iowa specifically. All right, they said that was unusual storm. Doesn't happen. It was a flash storm too, out of nowhere. All right, $4 billion in Iowa, over $4 billion of damages from that storm, man. Okay, when these hurricanes hit, it's gonna be millions and maybe even billions of dollars in damage. Okay, America does not have this money. So that's going to lead to the collapse of the dollar. That's going to lead to a lot of people being homeless already. Mass evictions is getting ready to take place in this month and in the next few months, man. Here at the end of this year, there's going to be mass evictions because people don't have a job no more. All right. People don't have that money coming in from unemployment anymore. All right. So they're going to start getting put out their houses. OK, put out of their homes. And that's when you're going to see people lose it. People go crazy. People go insane. All right. When they lose everything, the last thing left to be lost is their damn mind. All right. So as these different benefits, all right, and the mirth and the joy get stripped from this place, okay, you're going to see people bug the fuck out, man. I'm going to get a quick precept. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24. In verse 10, it says, the city of confusion is broken down. We're in the city of confusion. America is the city of confusion. And Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai is breaking this place down incrementally, just like he did ancient Egypt. He incrementally broke that shit down, man. He didn't just raise up Moses and then the next day Egypt is destroyed and Israel is delivered. No, he raised up Moses. Moses was prophesying. All right, these different judgments. Those judgments was coming to pass. And he incrementally, all right, broke down that society, incrementally broke down Egypt. That's what he's doing here in modern day Egypt, sending the plagues again. All right. And incrementally, slowly but surely, all right, destroying this place, breaking down the place of confusion. The word confusion is the Hebrew word Babel, which is where you get Babylon from. America is modern day Babylon. That was written about and prophesied in the scriptures to have a terrible destruction, a terrible downfall. In the book of Revelations, it says, thus with violence shall Babylon be thrown down. And that violence has already started, man. All right. This place is being thrown down, and you seeing a lot of people get real violent, man. And really, you ain't even seen nothing yet, man. All right, this is the beginning of sorrows. It says the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine. Yeah, every house is shut up. Soon there's going to be a second round of lockdowns. All right. And these lockdowns is going to be military enforced. OK, troops on the block. Troops in the apartments, making sure you don't come out your house. You can't go to the grocery stores. You can't go anywhere, right? And if you want to go somewhere, eventually you're going to have that vaccine. You're going to have that microchip to get into the stores, to buy any food, to have a job, to get income. All right. This is what everything is leading to. All right. This is the plan. This is on the agenda of the elites of this society, to microchip everybody. All right. To put that mark, he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. That word mark is talking about the microchip. And without that mark, you're not going to be able to buy or sell. It's going to be the new form of currency. And if you're actually looking at the value of the dollar, it's collapsing. Everybody is turning their back on the dollar because it has no value. Okay. It's just a piece of paper. It's just a note. It's not backed by anything. All right. But this Isaiah 24 and verse 11, it says, there is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. There's a crying for wine in the streets. Now, the scriptures say in the book of Sirach that wine was made to make men merry. All right. So there's a crying for mirth. All right. And when you go and wine could also be used as truth. All right. Wisdom. Okay, in the book of Proverbs, the 9th chapter, it goes into that how wisdom have mingled her wine, roughly paraphrasing. All right. So soon there's going to be a famine of the word, and everybody's going to be crying for the prophets. All right. As it says in the book of Amos, that there shall be a famine of the word, and they shall go to and fro seeking the word of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. But it's going to be gone. The Lord is going to allow understanding and wit to withdraw itself. Meaning he's going to allow his prophets to not be on the internet anymore. His prophets not being on the highways anymore. Not telling you what you need to do, not showing you the way of salvation anymore. He's going to put them up and he's going to hide them. He's going to shelter them in these last days. All right. It says all joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. The mirth of this place is gone, and it's never going to come back. You cannot heal Babylon. There's no balm for this place, man. It'll never go back to normal. All right. It's never go back to going to basketball games. All right. You got season tickets to the Lakers. All right. Football games, packed stadium, okay, boxing events. It's never going to go back to that, all right? All this shit is about to be done and over with. The fashions of this world is about to pass away. It's passing away. We're in the midst of it, the process of it, all right? It takes a process. The Lord deals with order, all right? And he's doing everything according to the said measure, all right? He's bringing everything to pass in order, okay? Breaking down the society, breaking down the system. Soon there's going to be a famine, all right? And all of it is going to hit simultaneously, as it's doing now, all right? In the midst of this whole coronavirus pandemic, there's still earthquakes taking place. There's still riots going on, all right? There's still people shooting each other, killing each other, police brutality. All these different things is still going on, all right? And it's not going to slow down, all right, but yet speed up, okay? So let's finish on this. Just get another paragraph or two. I just wanted to bring out that information. All right, they're saying it's never happened before, right? Next week, for the first time on record, 2 hurricanes could hit the Gulf of Mexico at the same time. Twice before, in 1959 and 1933, 2 tropical storms have entered the Gulf at the same time, but never before have been both hurricanes. It might not go that way. Only one of the storm systems has yet strengthened into a tropical storm, a dangerous cyclone, but not yet a hurricane. The other remains a tropical depression, and its future is still unclear. But forecast models have suggested that the possibility since at least Thursday, August 20th, and the storms are still following the path that would lead to double Gulf hurricanes. All right, that 1-2 punch, man. Okay. double hurricanes in the in the Gulf that's leading towards Texas and Louisiana, man. Okay, I guess I'll read a little bit more. It says the National Hurricane Center, NHC, has issued tropical storm warnings across much of the Caribbean for Tropical Storm Laura, which reached tropical storm strength today, August 21st, meaning it has wind speeds between 39 and 73 miles per hour. All right, specifically 63. Oh no, never mind. 63 and 118 kilometers per hour. All right, so it's getting up there. It's strengthening itself. Okay, it's currently east of Puerto Rico, and early forecast tracks show it whirling over the U.S. territory, the U.S. Virgin Islands, Haiti, and Dominican Republic, Cuba, Florida, and into the Gulf over the course of the weekend and early next week. So keep your eye on this. All right, keep your eye. It's supposed to be a double hurricane. And you looking at this this map and this visual is showing you where it's supposed to hit. All right, the direction it's supposed to be going. All right, and as they said, this hasn't been seen before. All right, something that hasn't been seen hasn't been done. All right, so I want to get a precept on that. Is the book of 2nd Esdras. Bible Kushah, bear with me. This 2nd Esdras chapter 8 and verse 50. It says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. Many great miseries, all different types of ways to die. All right. All different types of judgment is what the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is releasing here in these last days. Why? Because the pride of these people, man. All right, the pride and the wickedness of these people have reached unto the heavens. So the Lord is going to humble them through what? Through judgment. All right, through judgment. That's how he's going to pay him back in the book of, also in the book of 2nd Esdras. All right, I'll just read it. The 2nd Esdras chapter 16 and verse 18. It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. This is what's coming. All right, great mournings. All right, people crying over loved ones that died. People crying because they're so fucking hungry. Because one of their family members just died of a famine. All right? And they're on the streets with no job. No, you know, all these different things are going to be taking place. We're in the beginning of a famine right now. A global food shortage. America, it's like Iowa and the Midwest getting hit with that Derecho. All right? Them different storms. They call them land hurricanes. All right, that took a lot of the crops. That took the little food that America had left, the few crops that it had left, all got flattened through that storm. And that storm was sent by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. It says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? We're in the beginning of very, very bad times. Evil and only evil. Behold, is come. The end is come. The end is coming. Watch it for thee. The end is coming. Yahweh Shai is the end. Matter of fact, he's the beginning and the end. He's coming to end this place. And to begin a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. Verse 19, it says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. All right, so these different things that was listed, famine, plague, tribulation, anguish, all these are set as scourges. Scourges is what? Affliction, punishment, all right, for amendment. Amendment means correction, all right? So you want to be prideful, the Lord is going to send famine to correct your ass. You want to live a wicked ass life, the Lord is going to send plagues and tribulation and anguish to correct your ass, man, all right? And again, they're not going to slow down. They're just going to intensify, and they're going to get worse. And they're going to get more unusual, more rare. Like they said, this has never happened before. The first time, right? All types of different things happening this year. This is the first time we've seen this. Or this is very unusual. The last time this happened was 100 years ago, right? Because we're in the time of the downfall of this place. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 10, and verse... Sirach chapter 10. Salaki, I know it's right here. It's probably right in front of me. Just give me 1 second to look it up. I know it's in this Sirach 10. I'm just missing it. Strange calamities. Strange calamities. Bible Kushab, bear with me, Wasalakia. Alright, so this is the book of Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 13. It says, for pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it pour out abomination. And in the book of Sirach 15 and 13, it says the Lord hateth all abomination, right? It says, and therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly, right? A lot of strange and unusual things is going to be happening here in these last days, just like ancient Egypt, how strange and unusual events was taking place. Lord was sending flies and locusts to destroy the crops, man. All right, lice. All right, a lice infestation all throughout Egypt, man. All right, those different strange calamities that was happening in ancient Egypt is going to be even more strange here in modern day Egypt. The scriptures say, it shall no longer be said the Lord that delivered the Israelites out of the land of Egypt, but the Lord that delivered them out of the land of the north. The land of the north is speaking of North America here in the U.S. All right, showing you that the deliverance and the destruction is going to be greater here in these last days, here in America being modern day Egypt. All right, so I got another article that I just wanted to touch on. What's going on in Wisconsin, right? Kenosha, which is not too far from Chicago. All right, it says Wisconsin governor says National Guard will protect state property after riots devastate Kenosha businesses. Devastate, man. Hey, from the first round of riots through that, from George Floyd getting killed on camera, murdered on camera. Right, from those round of riots that was happening all across the 50 states and even all around the world, right? That's never happened. Riots in every single state of America. All right, that's strange. That's a strange calamity, right? Let me get a quick preset. This is the book of Sirach. Salaki, not Sirach, 2nd Ezra chapter 9. Just on that note, 2nd Ezra chapter 9, and I'll start at verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure out the times diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. All right, so we're measuring the times. We're on our watch. All right. We got the spiritual binoculars. We're on the spiritual high tower, and we're measuring the times, man. And we know that the times that we're living is evil, all right? A time of darkness and gloominess, okay? It says, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. We're living in a time where the Heavenly Father Yahweh was going to send his only begotten Son Yahweh Shai to visit this place, to show his wrath, to show his power. It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. All right, Salakia. This is 2nd Ezra 9 and verse 3. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, not just the city, the world, Craig. It's been going on all around the world. Even before coronavirus, there was global protest. All right. Then after the coronavirus, really the coronavirus is still in effect. They still going to use that to set up their new world order, all right, to reset the system, all right. But when they start opening things back up, then this nigga George Floyd gets put to death, and they're rioting all across the states. In every single state, they're rioting, all right. That's a sign that the highest is about to visit this place, okay. And still, to this day, it continues more riots. And it's not going, again, it's not going to stop. It's not over with. These people is used to rioting and looting. Just wait till there's no food. All right? This is the book. All right, so this is on RT News. Wisconsin governor says National Guard will protect state property after riots devastate Kenosha businesses. Published August 25th, 2020, the year of prophecy. It says Governor Tony Evers is sending more Wisconsin National Guard troops. Salakia. to Kenosha to protect state property, but residents seem to be largely left on their own as riots over the police shooting of Jacob Blake show no sign of ending. We are assessing the damage to state property and will be increasing the presence of the Wisconsin National Guard to ensure individuals can exercise their right safely to protect state buildings and critical infrastructure and support first responders and firefighters. Evers tweet on Tuesday. All right, so just get used to them increasing the presence, all right, of the National Guard. All right, increasing the presence of military personnel. All right, get used to that. Okay, because the Lord is about to allow this devil to get loose on 2/3 of his people, the wicked of this nation. That's who the wrath is for. The wrath is for the wicked, for the disobedient, for the unfaithful. Okay, deliverance is for the faithful, for the obedient, for the righteous souls. For the ones that believe on Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, salvation is coming to those spirits. And Lord willing, I'm a part of that number. Lord willing, I endure unto the end. It says the governor also has declared a state of emergency over the ongoing protests in Kenosha near the border with Illinois. So it's a state of emergency out there. All right. The governor out here in Iowa is trying to get $4 billion. All right, to help repair all the damages that happened after that storm. Over in the South Texas and Louisiana, Florida even, all right, they're worrying about 2 hurricanes coming to get their ass, all right. On the West Coast, what's happening? On the West Coast, you got fires, tornadoes to be exact, fucking tornadoes that's on fire. Again, something that's hasn't been seen, okay. On the East Coast, they have lockdowns. You can't go into New York, okay. They're going from house to house in certain areas, trying to see if you've been vaccinated, trying to see if you tested for the corona, so on and so forth. So this is happening. All hell is breaking out loose, man. Okay? It's one thing after another after another. A day of darkness and gloominess, as if a man fled from a lion and a bear met him, and barely escaped the claws of that bear and ran into the house, thought he was safe, leaned upon the wall, and the serpent bit his ass, man. There's no escaping the judgment that's to come. All right? There's no stopping it. I got a scripture in the book of Job. Job chapter 18. Job chapter 18 and verse 5. It says, yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. And your light is being put out, man. All right. Your little 15 minutes of fame is over with. Your little time to sit on the throne is through. All right? Now the real kings is rising up. Starting with Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. All right? It says, the light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. His own counsel. It's a trap. The Lord got him in a trick bag. He's going to these different spirits, these different demons. All right? For counsel, the Lord controls them demons, and he's gonna put a lying spirit within there. Yeah, you can fight against the Lord. You got it. Shoot a missile at them. They're gonna shoot a missile at the Lord. It's gonna deflect off the chariot, man. All right, and it's gonna deflect and go right back at them. All right. It says, for he is cast into a net by his own feet. The Lord got him in a trap, and he walketh upon a snare. The jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. You in a trick bag. Ain't no way you can win. All right, verse 11. Here's the point that I wanted to get. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. There's terrors happening all around here in America, man. All types of different calamities, strange calamities. All type of different, unusual, unfortunate events taking place, right? It's all the doing of the Lord. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. The Lord is driving this place down to the dust, to the ground. Sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. There's no fucking throne for you, man. You're done. You finished. Verse 12, it says, his strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. Destruction ready at his side. Destruction is here. devouring this place. All right, the different natural disasters, all signs of the Lord, the riots that's taking place, the infrastructure. The scriptures say that the worm is spread under thee, right? They was talking about protecting certain infrastructure. The worm is spread under thee is talking about erosion, man. All right. Yeah, if you look at the infrastructure that they give, there's a grading system for the infrastructure, the bridges and certain buildings and highways, so on and so forth. Those get graded. America's failing. All right, the infrastructure of this place is failing. It's gonna start collapsing. All right. Oh, when they get these big ass tanks, we don't need to fear, man. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is on our side. They got these big ass tanks and these heavy ass military vehicles. All right, they trying to come to your house, trying to destroy you, right? The Lord have that whole bridge collapse, that whole highway just enfold, man. Lord, just have the earth swallow their ass up, man. We don't need to fear. Only fear Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right. It says the governor also declared a state of emergency over the ongoing protest in Kenosha near the border with Illinois. It says the 125 National Guard troops deployed on Monday did little to deter rioters from attacking a courthouse and setting several businesses on fire for the second night in a row. Man, it's perfect how the Lord got this set up, man. Got all these niggas rioting, right? Now anything pop off, they ready to do it. All right, they got that experience, man, looting, destroying shit, being destructive, right? That's a spirit of death that's here in America, man. A great spirit of death and judgment. All right. And again, it'll only intensify from here on out. So I wanted to get a precept, and again in Sirach, we're gonna stay in these prophetic chapters, man. Going into these prophetic precepts, because that's the times that we live in, man. The Lord says, "Speak in the ears of my people the words of prophecy." This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands." All right, your destruction draweth nigh. And then it gives you a description, a brief description of what will be happening at the end of this place. All right, let's read it again. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another." That's race riots, and swords in their hands. These lootings and shit that's happening, that's intensifying for the race riot. These are glimpses of the race riot, right? It says, "For there shall be sedition among men," which is what? Uprising amongst men. These different protests, they're all uprisings. These riots, that's sedition among men. "And invading one another, looting, rioting." Why are they sending these troops? To protect these buildings from being looted and destroyed. Protecting these different businesses from being invaded, right? It says, "They shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power." All right, they shall not regard kings nor princes. They sent National Guard troops. All right, the governor did a state of emergency, and still what? Still, they did little to deter the rioters from attacking the courthouse and other businesses. All right, prophecy being fulfilled. It says, "They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." Right, and that's why they're gonna have to get more troops, because right now they're doing whatever the fuck they want. They sent 125 troops out there, which did little to deter the rioters from attacking the courthouse and several other businesses, right? So they have to send more, all right? And you're going to be more strict, push more draconian laws. Verse 17, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able." They're going to start locking these cities down, man, all right? Esau's not going to continue to allow you niggas just to fucking run around like monkeys destroying shit, all right? He is order out of chaos. Order out of chaos. All right. Allow all this bullshit and chaos and confusion to go on, and he's gonna bring the so-called order, right? He's gonna bring it in a terrible way. The devil shall come down having great wrath, because he knows that he has but a short time. Okay, but I'm gonna finish on this, and we'll call it a lesson. It says the 125 National Guard troops deployed on Monday did little to deter the rioters from attacking the courthouse and setting several businesses on fire for the second night in a row. The governor condemned this path of damage and destruction, but immediately qualified it by denouncing systematic racism and injustice. So that's the devil being revealed. Also, that's another scripture, another prophecy. The wicked being revealed, man. This whole system was set up to keep Jake on the bottom and set up to keep white supremacy alive. So-called white supremacy, Edomite supremacy. It says Evers, who is white and a Democrat, also called the 2 days of rioting a reflection of the pain and anguish and exhaustion of being black in our state and country. Right, and who else has to go through this, man? It's not Africans. They black ass not going through this shit. All right? Elam, there's some dark ass Elamites, some dark ass Indians. They not going through this shit. They not getting shot down. All right? It's Judah, okay? Benjamin and Levi, the Northern Kingdom. They're not showing the shit that's happening to the Northern Kingdom. Best believe it's still happening. Issachar getting fucked up. Gad, their land taken away from them. Pipelines and shit. Right? Ephraim going through it. It's the Israelites that's under the curses, man. All right? Kenosha, a city of some 100,000 residents located between Milwaukee and Chicago, has endured 2 nights of violent riots after Blake, who was African-American, so-called, was shot by the police during an altercation on Sunday. He survived, but has reportedly been paralyzed from the waist down. Terrible. Tragic story. Paralyzed from the waist down. This dude was probably an adulteress, or adulterer. All right? He was probably an adulterer. What's the name? Trey Songz was his favorite artist. Mr. Steal Your Girl, right? So the Lord brought judgment on him. Okay, the Lord is very meticulous in the moves that He make. All right. Now, I'm not saying that was the case, but it could be. All right. Whoever perished being innocent, shit didn't happen to him for no reason. Okay, the Lord judged him, and in doing that, He also caused riots to take place. Okay, it says the initial Black Lives Matter protests over the shooting quickly escalated with a car dealership looted and set on fire, invaded, right, and set on fire, followed by a nearby church. The car lot was destroyed again on Monday, along with a furniture store and other nearby buildings and businesses. Mainstream media have persistently depicted the event as peaceful protests, in some cases censoring themselves after correctly identifying them as violent. All right. Terror shall make him afraid on every side. Thus with violence shall Babylon be thrown down. All right. With violence. Okay. That's in the book of, matter of fact, I'll just finish off with that. This is the book of, let's see. I was going to pull another precept, but I'll get straight to the point. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 18. Revelations chapter 18 and verse 21. It says, "And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all." Nuclear war. That's also intensifying. All right, over there in the Middle East, World War III, the nuclear war that's going to take place, which is going to be the destruction of America. That's that stone that's going to be cast at this place. But the point is, thus with violence shall Babylon be thrown down. Hey, that storm that came through the Midwest, that was violent. These different protests, they're violent. That hurricane, violent. Okay? The fire NATO in the West Coast, that's all violent, man. And it only gets worse. This is only the beginning. Having that said, Lord willing, that was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Chachodash. Yahweh is the true, holy, powerful, and mighty name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is the true, holy, powerful, and mighty name of His only begotten Son, our Lord and our Savior. Chachodash is the Holy Spirit that speaks through us, that allows us to rightly divide the word of truth and teach the word correctly and directly. The honors to the elders of Israel, being the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Shalom, Wahab, Labak, Yarshaya, Sharala, which is peace and love to the elect of Israel. Shalom, my king brothers, keep on pushing, stay sober, stay diligent. Salvation draw off 9, redemption's nearer than we believe. Shalom.